Meditation doesn't have to all be about sitting still and finding a stillness. Not at all. Meditation is possible in movement. In fact, it can be really useful sometimes. As part of the training that I work with, the somatic movement education, we practice a little bit of how we can feel into what the body is needing to do, and following that and knowing a bit about the body's systems, how we can bring it back into a state of balance and natural flow and ease. And there's also a form of meditation which I've learned from Thich Nhat Hanh, not meaning I learned from him directly, but from his lineage, Thich Nhat Hanh. Thich Nhat Hanh is another Buddhist monk. And he shows a practice of a walking meditation that can really help us get into the present moment through movement. So I'd like to share that with you. If you're finding yourself on a regular basis a little bit anxious, a little bit shaky inside, I'd like to encourage you to shake. I was working with someone just the other day who described this sensation of like a bottle, do you know, that the insides felt like they were shaking and all riled up, but the bottle was very still. And my suggestion was, let's shake the bottle. And when the bottle got shaken, then the insides could settle. So a shaking meditation can be very useful to the nervous system, to the lymph system, to all parts of us. But we don't have to know why. We just have to know that it feels good. And then doing a bit of a walking meditation as well right after to see what that's like. Would you like to try? All right, so you're not going to be able to see my face so much in all of this, and that's just because that's the way it is. But you'll be able to see enough to get an idea, so come to standing. And let's just start with a shaking meditation. So shaking the hands and letting that shake get into the shoulders and maybe even into the legs and the pelvis. And it's nice to bring a little touch of sound on that. Letting the knees bounce. Maybe doing a little back and forth with the knees. If this turns into a dance, you let it go. Shaking the ankles and the head and the neck and the jaw. Just this shaking meditation, shifting weight one side and then into the next. Really just shaking, letting it go. What is this doing partly? Well, it's getting the synovial fluids of the joints going. So synovial fluid is like WD-40 for us. So it's good. But also, if you put sound on it, doesn't it feel a little cathartic? You're just going to shake that all out. And 20 years of teaching this stuff, and what I found is that people have a hard time really letting themselves shake. So let yourself just shake. Let that container, that bottle, just let it shake. Even the lips shake. And let's fold over and let the torso just hang and feel that stretch in the back body. Oh, a little touch of sound on the out breath. If you want, you can imagine that sound just lets the energy just flow out the body. All the tension goes. And from here, give a little bounce to the knees. And as you do that bounce to the knee, let there be an undulation of the spine, which is simply the undulation is a response to the bouncing of the knees. And now keep that bounce of the knees going and tuck the tail and bring the sits bones together. So you begin to build up the spine. That little bounce continues all the way to the top. And you can feel that little internal bounce, the shock absorbers of the spine, the discs are just getting a nice little ride. And then let that bounce just settle. And take a moment with your eyes closed to feel into the breath here. Feel the body. All right, now let's do a bit of walking meditation. So I'm going to scoot this out just a little bit more in hopes that you can see a little bit more of me, though you won't get the whole bit of me, and that's okay. So with the walking meditation, I want to really pay attention to the different stages of the steps. So the first stage of the step is simply that I raise the foot that is about to take a step. My hands might be lightly resting in front, but they're doing something, not just off to the side. And then I'm going to shift my weight. So I'm even at the top of my toe here. My weight is poured into the left side. And then I'm going to place my right foot out to take a step. But I'm not going to shift my weight yet. Then there's the stage where I shift the weight. I transfer the weight from the left to the right. And then there's the stage where the weight has shifted. Let the right foot spread out wide. And lift that back foot, which is the left, all the way through the toe. Then there's the stage where you reach the left foot out. And then you take the step. And the taking the step involves the placing down and then the transition to the weight onto the left. Let your breath continue to flow in and out as you go. The right foot reaches forward, that's one stage. Then it places down. And the transition of the weight from the left into the right. Reaching the left foot out. Placing it down. Transitioning your weight from the right to the left. Reaching the right out. Placing it down. Transferring the weight through the heel and the ball of the foot of the left to the whole surface of the right foot. Reaching the left foot out. Placing the left foot down. Transferring the weight. And so on. Let's do that stage by stage in silence. Keeping your awareness on each stage. The breath moving with ease in and out. And the mantra might be something like, now this, now this, now this, now this. With each stage being fully present. Keep your awareness on the sensation of your foot and your breath. And make your way back to wherever it is you'd like to be seated. Walking meditation, shaking meditation. Take a moment to notice your state now. What is the quality of your breath? The texture? How does it feel to live inside of your body now? And your thoughts? Your emotions? Meditation doesn't promise you peace. It promises you the ability to become present, to focus your awareness where you want it to go, to become aware of what has always been happening that for most of us in this modern world, we choose to ignore. Sometimes when people sit in meditation, they say, "Oh, I just can't do it. It drives me crazy. So many thoughts." Meditation didn't make them come up. Meditation let you see what's always happening. It lets you see that discord, that dissonance. Thank you so much, as always, for watching, for participating, and please do let me know how it's going. I'm curious. Bye.